But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham in the face? But bro, where's the banjo?
Some sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face, talking all Cleveland sports and of course food on our semi-famous Fat Boy Thursday. Here are your hosts, Fatty and Big Bry.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into Legal Ham to the Face. I am Jared Fatty Bates, and we have a great show for you tonight. I am going solo tonight. I am going to put up in the comments, though, our stream here. So if somebody does want to join me tonight, Talks of Sports, happy to have you on. First off, our show is brought to you by Lake Erie APA and hkeehl, and also City Dogs Cleveland. We do have some new puppies tonight. Also, we have some other announcements going on tonight. We always start out our show with some shout outs. So first off, I want to shout out Big Bry on his first Father's Day this weekend. Did talk to him today. He will be back sometime in July as he is taking some time off, much needed time off, which I truly appreciate him. I miss him. Happy first Father's Day, brother. It's going to be great for you. Sip on that Johnny Walker and have some fun. Also got to shout out all the dads out there. My dad, my stepdad, my wife's dad. Father's Day is right here. U.S. Open. All kind of goes in together. So everybody enjoy Father's Day. It's a magical time, especially if you're a dad. It's the best thing being a dad. I love every minute of it. And especially with Father's Day, I got to give my boys a shout out. My sons, Alex and Charlie, are turning 11 here next week. Man, time does fly. I remember holding them in one hand, and it seemed like yesterday. So shout out to all of them. Also, shout out to City Dogs. They got their 5K coming up here on June 22nd. Also, we'll have some puppies here coming up here for our trivia. If you answer the trivia tonight through the comments, we will showcase it. I do have a gem, and it is a baseball trivia. So on that note, let's get our show started. I'm going to throw up the link here in the comments. Thank you for everybody for watching right now. There's the link up on our, well, right now it's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages. So if you want to come in, just click on in. I'll have you in here. Let's start our show with, like we always do, with our trivia brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. Now, tonight's trivia is Guardians based. Guardians are still playing some great baseball right now, even though they lost to the Reds last night. But our trivia is always brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. And here is some beautiful gems coming up as soon as I get the pictures. Take a look at these beautiful pups. Beth wanted me to share all these beautiful pups eating ice cream because this weekend, I think it's the 16th and 17th, Saturday and Sunday, whatever date that is, these pups will be up for adoption, and they're going to have an ice cream social at Mason's Creamery. And I don't know exactly where that's at. So if you know where that's at, please go check them out. City Dogs will be there. Look at all these beautiful puppies with ice cream. How can you say no to these faces? And like we always say, if you cannot adopt, please volunteer, donate, whatever you can do to help out a dog from City Dogs. We would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, the 22nd of June is their 5K. So please go out, enjoy that beautiful time with a lot of great people. So please go enjoy that. Trivia for you tonight is Guards Trivia. Now, I found this gem, and it was mentioned on Bally Sports with the guys from Mike Underwood and all those guys there. So I gave it to Bry. Bry had no clue what's going on here. So I'm going to give it to you guys. So who is the first MLB player since at least 1906 to appear at 6 different positions within his first 6 career games? So he is a new call-up for the Guardians. So please check it out there. Huge piece of trivia right there. Poor Joey Chestnut. We will get that in Fat Boy Thursday, Justin. So it's going to be a good time with that one. I can't wait to talk about that. Normally we talk about food, but that's why we got this labeled controversy tonight. It says we got some great controversy topics to talk about. So let's get into our show like we always do. We're going to do our Cleveland headlines and start bumping it right. And like I said, I put the link to our show in the comments. If you would like to join in and talk some sports with us, we would greatly appreciate it. I would love to talk to anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. So I put it up there again. So tonight, no, Justin, if you want to hop in, you can co-host with me tonight. I would love every minute of it. Tonight, right off the bat, we got to talk some Cavs. They still have not got a head coach yet. We still do not know who is the league candidate. Right now, there are multiple reports coming out saying that it is Borrega, a couple other people. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on. But the one thing we do know is the rumblings that are coming out is that the front office wants to stay pat with this double guard with Garland and Mitchell, and possibly keeping Allen also. They don't want to break up the four core. That's been part of the narrative right now, is they do not want to break up Mitchell and Garland. And that's what they keep preaching to the candidates as they come in. I did ask our friend Zach Weiss from across the Cavs what he thought of it. He said that time does tell that both of them playing together does work out, but it's so hard in the NBA to think that it actually really does, being two small 6-foot guards playing in a league now of really big wings, and we don't have one. So, and also you have the fact that maybe Garland doesn't want to come back if Mitchell signs. That's been kind of the narrative too. Also, we got the narrative of Allen maybe be traded because he didn't want to take a shot. Who knows what's going on with the Cavs right now, but something's got to happen. And to be honest, the coaching search, I mean, it's a new NBA. This coaching search isn't going to be anything, I don't think, dynamic, because I still don't think that a new head coach coming in here will make a difference with this team and where they're going to go. They're on trajectory to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's where they're going to be. Now, will a new coach help out that more? I mean, possibly. Possibly it should. But if it doesn't, it's not going to ruin anything. You still have stars here that can play. I could go out and coach them and get them to the 4 seed. And, it's not that, just be like, here, roll out the ball, go play ball, have a good time. I don't know what an NBA coach does anymore now, especially the way the players control this game. So we'll see what happens coming up. There is candidates out there. Like I said, there's 3 candidates so far. They narrowed it down to. We'll see what happens after after what Mitchell does. We still don't even know that, holding us hostage. I mean, I don't know what to expect right now with the Cavs. It's been kind of crazy. Sorry for the cough. It's been kind of crazy with it. I mean, I hope Mitchell resigns. But if he doesn't, I mean, this team is too talented right now to not be one of the top coaching destinations. I mean, everybody says the Lakers, but, the Lakers are old right now. Davis is old. LeBron is old. Now, Justin, if I bring you in, we're not making fun of LeBron tonight, buddy. Give me a thumbs up. And you can't even do it. You're just laughing now. So, for those that don't know, this is Justin, running bald man. He's got his stuff here on YouTube. Go check it out, buddy. All right, so the Cavs search is going on right now, and we all know that you are not a LeBron fan. You are a Michael Jordan fan, and all this stuff. I get that.
Right.
How do you feel about the jobs right now for the head coach? I mean, you have the Lakers job and you have the Cavs job wide open. Would you rather be the Lakers head coach or the up-and-coming Cavs head coach?
I would rather be the Cavs.
A lot of young talent here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, LeBron aside, he is getting up in age, and so he's probably going to bounce here next year or two, depending on whoever picks up his boy. Which really I don't see too many teams chomping at the bit for that, or at least for
No.
the son. So
Yeah. No, I do have to ask. That star in the background, is that a Mario star back there? Because it almost looks like the beautiful golden star of Hardee's just staring at me right now, and I could definitely go for a Hardee's burger.
it is a Mario star, and there we go.
Shut up. That's awesome. Where'd you get that?
Myers?
All right, I'm going to have to get my kids one of those. They're going to love it.
Yeah.
All right, so with the capture, and okay, let's put it this way. Out on the West Coast with the Lakers, they're a hot mess. They're old. They thought having LeBron and then bringing the AD in was going to be the fix-all. AD cannot stay healthy no matter what.
No.
And with that money package that they got, they really can't do anything. Now, with us, on the other hand, we have some pieces that possibly we could get rid of and get better pieces in.
Yes.
So with that aspect, I believe that the Cleveland Cavaliers head coaching search, we should get the top candidate, whatever we want. But the thing is, though, is who is that candidate? Nobody really knows. Everybody, and especially it's like a retread. So it's not like we're getting a championship coach. It's probably going to be an assistant coach or
a college coach looking to move up.
Yeah. But at that point in time, how well has that worked out?
Yeah. I mean, if he actually has, whoever they get actually has a offensive system to throw it back to 90s and early 2000s, Phil Jackson with the triangle or whatever else they may have out there.
Yeah, that's true. I'm changing your name as we're talking right now.
Okay.
It's all right. It's great. There we go. That's better.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Because you do some good stuff on YouTube. I love it, especially the naughty children books that you read.
Yes.
The other thing we're talking tonight, get past the Cavs. Until they get a coach, we really have nothing to talk about. I mean, it's a different scenario if they did have a coach, but right now, it's kind of the doldrums. We'll get in the NBA Finals here a little bit. Right now, Boston is up 3-0 on Dallas, and it is not looking good. Boston's just freight training them. I mean, how are you feeling about the NBA Finals? I don't think Dallas is coming back. I think this is over. I think Boston does it in a sweep, and it's just done.
Yeah, I look for Boston to sweep. After listening to today, what they were talking about, who was it? Luka was throwing a tantrum every 5 minutes. It seemed
He throws a tantrum every 5 minutes anyway. He's like LeBron. Now, granted, I do have to say, LeBron gets fouled pretty much anytime he drives to the hoop. I'm not saying he doesn't, but also when it's 6'8" and he's 260, dude, you could take a slap on the wrist. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, listen to that there today at work. I had the YouTube TV up in the background on my phone while I was listening to that and listening to Sports Center and all that. It sounded like he really brought the rest of the team down.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really see them getting too much of a push coming into game 4.
No, it's bad news for them. Like, it's just Kyrie finally showed up. They just have nobody besides. Now, granted, they got 2 great guards in Kyrie and Luka, but other than that, somebody else has got to step up. And with Boston, yes, it's a 2-headed monster with Tatum and Brown, but that supporting cast, it's just they're playing a different game right now. Like, they shot, what they say, 33 threes in the first half.
Oh,
it felt like, and it's just like, it's like they showed the shot chart, which was great because it was like half of them are in the paint and everything else is outside the 3-point line.
Oh, wow.
So, well, I mean, God, I just don't want Boston to win. It's Boston. They win enough. They had Tom Brady, like.
Speaking of Brady, I heard he got his number retired there tonight.
Did he?
Yes.
Hold on. In New England?
New England, yeah.
Shut up. So nobody's
Yeah.
going to wear 12 ever again in New England.
Yep.
Should have never been worn anyways if Drew Bledsoe would have never got hurt. This is why I love Brian not being here, because I can get my Michigan hate out right now and not feel bad. Just let it loose. Like, Drew Bledsoe never got hurt. Tom Brady wouldn't be the GOAT.
I mean, Bledsoe was getting old, though. He was nothing but
You shut your face.
I'm just saying.
You let me have my moment in the sun. And by the way, if anybody wants to see that beautiful cartoon, you type in on YouTube. You go in there, you go, what if Drew Bledsoe never got hurt? You type that in, there's going to be a beautiful cartoon that shows up, and it goes through the storyline of if Drew Bledsoe never got hurt, Tom Brady be working at like Office Max or something right now. All right. So it was an insurance company. That's what it was. So go check out that video. It'll make you laugh. We're getting off the rails already. All right. So Justin, you are not a huge Browns fan, correct?
I mean, I love the Browns. I mean, I've got my little dog pound Browns from when they came back to the league back in the 90s.
All right. So the Browns news that's coming out right now, we did have the extension of Stefanski and Barry. Justin, how do you love that extension, right? It had to happen.
Not really. I mean, I'm not that big of a Stefanski fan.
Okay. So 2-time coach of the year, you're not a fan of.
Right.
Ooh. Okay. Why? Show your work.
Okay, going back to the Baker days, yeah, call me a Baker bro, whatever. I'm just using that as an example.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he handled Baker's injury, especially that last season we had Baker, letting him get out on the field injured when it should be up to the coach to say, no, you're going to sit down, rest, recover, and heal up.
But at that point in time, we did get news out that Baker wasn't going to sit down no matter what happened.
You got
and I understand what you're saying, but if somebody is going to be that bullheaded, Justin, you got to. Hey, it'd be like me looking at you, going, "Hey, I know you don't like meat, but you're going to eat this meat." Oh, I don't want to eat the meat. Well, fine then. You're not going to eat meat then.
I mean, at some point though, somebody's got to put the foot down. Whether it would have been Stefanski or even ownership. They gotta say,
but I think ownership was kind of done with that whole situation to begin with. That
could be.
And I know the coaches were behind the scenes because of some of the stuff that has been said. But I mean, I do agree. A coach has got to step in and protect your players.
Yeah.
But how are you going to protect somebody that doesn't want to be protected?
I mean, he's under contract. He's got to listen.
But I hear you. But at that point in time, I mean, at that point in time, Myles Garrett rolls his car. Not the same the rest of the year, but you're not telling Myles Garrett to sit out, are you?
I mean, if he's seriously injured like that, then all right, you're taking at least a half a game off and see how that does.
It's been reported by Mary Kay Cabot that during the Denver game, Myles Garrett couldn't lift his arm over his head. He should have been playing that game. So at that point in time, like, these guys want to play. They're competitors. They want to play.
Yeah.
But other than your Stefanski hate, which hey, I'm still kind of curious about Stefanski too. But right now, he's given us the most winning seasons in Cleveland Browns history since 1999. He's gotten us to the playoffs 2 times. I mean, I don't know what. Like, hey, if it wasn't for a helmet-to-helmet hit and Chad fucking Henne, we would have been in the AFC Championship game. So you know what I mean, like. I really love the signings. I do think, and for once, the reason why is because there's a cohesion. And for once in Cleveland, there is a cohesion. There is a path going forward that the Browns have needed for decades. And I hate to say it, freaking decades.
Since they came back to the league.
And we're clear what that path is going forward. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is the path. And if this path does not happen in like the next 2 to 3 years, guess what? We blow it up and do it all over again. We're not doing what Pittsburgh's doing right now with going out and drafting, the Pittsburgh hometown hero of Kenny Pickett and then giving up on him. Out and getting a retread of Russell Wilson because Denver wanted nothing to do with him because they were idiots and traded for him. And then also you have Justin Fields coming in. So they still don't know what they're doing at quarterback. It's nice to know that Cleveland has a straight line of what they're wanting to do. And for once, it's nice to be a Browns fan and have to look at this situation and go, finally. Finally, it's not like super minicamp drama. Finally, it's not, crap that, like Nick Chubb, coming back. Myles Garrett's still pissed off that he lost to the Texans. Those are being quoted out. Like, I know you're not a fan of Watson, and we'll keep that to the point, but we do have a quarterback. So it's not like we don't have these things. For the longest time, we didn't have those nice little treasures to pull around, Justin. We didn't have that little treasure chest to go in and go, oh my God, we got a star wide receiver. What are one of those? Oh, Terrell Pryor. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice having good things happen to the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, with the Watson thing, though, I'll keep the bashing to a minimum. But what has he really done, though? He hasn't been healthy for a whole season.
I agree. He has got to prove it this season.
Yes.
This is his prove it all season, because if he doesn't do anything this season for the Cleveland Browns, besides the fan base, the Baker Bros, the Watson Bros, all this stuff, if he doesn't do anything this season for the Cleveland Browns, man, we're going to start looking elsewhere, because at that point in time, there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do with that.
And they don't really have a decent backup. I mean, they got
hold on. Jameis, I believe, would be a good enough backup, especially in the offense that Dorsey's trying to run. Now, granted, he might throw 45 interceptions and 45 touchdowns. But also, I want Jameis here because, granted, I love Flacco. Flacco is nice. He's professional. I get every minute of the shit that comes out of Jameis Winston's mouth is like PR gold. Really? Oh, my God. Like, hey, let me talk about Deshaun Watson sitting here. He is going through the intelligent mental rips of the day. Great leader. Like it's fantastic. You got to hear some of his press conferences, Justin. Like, I just sit there and go, holy cow, listen to this guy. I love this guy. Like, and he holds nothing back. It gets hilarious at times. So, and hey, I know that he sold some crab legs back in the day. Buddy, if I was at Florida State not getting paid like they are now in the NIL, I would have sold some crab legs too.
Yeah, I just rag on them for the shrimp and that, just because, I mean, we're the Browns. I mean, I'm used to stuff like that since they came back in the 90s. So,
I know. Now, how do you feel about, like, so right now everybody's kind of causing a fuss because Amari Cooper's holding out right now because he wants a contract extension. Now, and I understand completely why he wants a contract extension. He is the best wide receiver of the Cleveland Browns right now. He is a leader. He is a mentor here. Got bad talked all the way out of Dallas. Like, he didn't want to work. He didn't want to do this. Comes here. He is just a professional of all professionals. Now, granted, he's turning, I think, 30 this year. But the thing is, though, is the thing that people are bringing up is the Calvin Ridley contract that he got, the 4-year, $92 million that Calvin Ridley got. And yet Amari Cooper's production is so much superior than Calvin Ridley's. So I expect the Browns to re-sign Amari Cooper. I don't know exactly what it'll be. It might be a couple-year extension. Don't know what the price tag will be. But how do you feel about Amari sitting out right now until his contract gets settled?
I don't blame one bit.
Right?
I mean, with that out there, with the $92 million for a year for little buddy. I mean,
yeah,
Cooper is so much better than him. So
so much better.
He's completely justified.
And that's what. And with Cooper, I'm not worried about Cooper because guess what? He played injured a lot last year, but he always came to play. No matter what happened, he always came to play. He did what he needed to do. And the good thing about having Amari Cooper and extended Amari Cooper is this is going to help Jerry Jeudy. This is going to help Elijah Moore. This is going to help the young receivers that you'll have there. And I believe having Cooper and Jeudy now, Jeudy never had that veteran presence in Denver when he got drafted. He was drafted there and said, you're the man. We drafted you here. You're the man.
Yep.
With here, you're not the man. Cooper's the man. Follow his lead. See what he does. And I think it's going to work out great for Jeudy. I think that's the one thing that I'm excited to see is Amari Cooper and Jeudy side by side and seeing how this works out.
As long as Jeudy doesn't get a big head and be like, and all stubborn, is like, No, I'm not doing it that way. This is how I do it. Get over it.
I think with him being traded to the Browns for what the Browns traded for him, I think that whole aspect of it's humbling. I hope it humbled him. And I'm not saying that coming to the Browns is a horrible thing,
Right.
but you're a first round talent that everybody expected you to be like, right now in the upper echelon of Justin Jefferson, of Jamar Chase, of CeeDee Lamb. You're supposed to be that next wave of top wide receivers, and you're not there. And to be traded still on your rookie contract to another team, that's got to be like, okay, some things got to change. I messed up. I got to take a step back and rethink what I have to do.
Who
And
has
hopefully
he
he
really
doesn't.
had to throw him the ball, though?
No, and I get that, but hey, at the point in time right now, we're still questionable about our quarterback too.
Right.
So, like, I get what you're saying, but you do have to admit though that they're in the second part of the year with Russell Wilson. Judy actually did get some really good production that year, and I'll pull it up later. But like, I'm excited to see what happens with that. But I really do think that the Browns will extend Amari Cooper. I think this is a really but it's that time of year. It's June. We're talking about Browns. It's not even, training camp yet. And it's something to talk about because he's not there.
When are they going to add American football to the Olympics?
But I don't know. That's going to be a crazy scenario. But I get where you're going with it because all the games out there that they're doing in London and Brazil now, like they're trying to go global with it, and I understand 100%. Like that is the way to go. To it's more money for the NFL. I get that, of course. But at the point in time, I feel bad for the fans here in the United States because at that point in time, they're losing home games and away games for their team that they can't go to and watch. But like I said before, I don't have the money to go down to Brazil and watch the Browns play if that happened. Like I would love to. Don't get me wrong, but as an average fan, I can't make that trip, but I can make the 25-minute trip downtown to get a $20 stadium ticket and sit up in the nosebleeds and watch my team play, or tailgate with a whole bunch of great people downtown and do it. I can't tailgate with people in Brazil. Like I get what they're trying to do, and I understand it's a money thing. I don't know if it is the right thing to do right now because even at that point in time with like the travel and everything else, Justin, that's the other thing you got to factor in. If somebody is traveling, like let's say we play a game now over in, let's just say Japan. Japan's got an NFL team. We're going to go to Tokyo and play an NFL game. Are they going to have like a 2-week layoff because of the travel time and everything else? Like if an East Coast
They'd
team,
have to.
Like an East Coast, let's say the Jets go to Tokyo and play. Like I'm being serious though. So they would have to have a bye week beforehand just to travel out there to do it. And then you got to get used to the atmosphere out there and then come back and play a game next Sunday. Like,
put one of the Thanksgiving Day games out there.
That's a damn good idea, buddy. Make a Thanksgiving Day game, one of the games. Well, they already have 3 games. So they have the one at noon, the one at 4, and then one at 8 o'clock. Do a London time at 10, one game at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Or if you do, like you said, Tokyo, I mean, they're a couple hours, I think, behind us.
Yes, they are. So that would be, holy cow. Now we got to do math. Justin, I'm not good with math. You took math with me in high school. I'm not good at math, buddy. Like I claim to be. Like I can do the 2 + 2 is 5. But other than that, it's just carry the 2 minus the 6.
Well, I'm just saying, since they're so far behind us, you make that game, say, the noon Japan game, but the evening East Coast game or whatever.
Yeah, that would actually work out. I mean, that's still kind of weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But really, I think if they're going to branch out into another country, that they didn't go north and south. So Canada and Mexico.
Well, okay, so Canada has the CFL. So they do have American football in Canada. Mexico, didn't they do the one game in Mexico City? I thought they had a game in Mexico City, and
I
I
think
think it
they tried to, but something came up with the stadium or something went on
was,
down there.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like the whole Brazil thing is kind of fascinating to me because I don't know. Like London, I can kind of get into because London's close enough to American where we're starting to branch into soccer and get more into soccer while they're already into soccer, but now they're starting to dip their toe. And I'll tell you what, the games in London, if you see like when the NFL goes over there, those games are packed.
Yeah.
Like it's not a little bit, but like they're doing the one game in Germany. Let's see how that goes. I I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like overseas because it gives us a different time frame of football, but I also don't like it for the fans over here because like Sundays, it's stated Sunday 1 o'clock, 4:15, 8 o'clock. Those are your games.
Unless they had each country have their own version of the NFL, and then at the end of the year they had their champion,
Like a
and then
World
the
Cup.
you're right, and then those champions played.
Yeah, that'd be hard to do though, because after growing 18 weeks here in the NFL, who would want to put on a team like that for
As much as they're getting paid, though, they can suck it up, Buttercup, and
you say that, but they are getting paid. And you know something? They don't want to do it. They're not doing it.
well, no.
Hey,
But I mean, and there's
I
something
get paid
about
to do
pride,
a lot
though.
of stuff that I don't want to do. Like, no, it'll be definitely interesting to see how they start expanding out. I know there was talks like Jacksonville maybe going to London, because the fan base down there is just horrible. I did get breaking news just a little bit ago. Trevor Lawrence just signed a 5-year deal extension with the
Really?
Jags for like 200 guaranteed and 285 overall. So that's kind of shocking to me. You need to stop yawning, buddy.
I mean, it's past my bedtime. I
It's been
normally go
past
to
your
bed at
bedtime.
7.
All right, well, we'll get off the NFL. We'll get into
You're
some
fine.
baseball. So baseball right now, you got the Guardians still playing hot. They lost to the Northern Kentucky Reds last night, which was a heartbreaker, but they did come out and win the first game of the Ohio Cup. Guardians are still playing hot. They got probably 6 All-Stars on this team right now.
Nice.
It's just unreal what this team is doing, Justin. They're staying above 500 or way above 500. They're staying, more than half of their losses. Right now, the pitching is good. The defense is just playing fantastic. And you can't say enough about what's happening with their Stephen Kwan should be an all-star. Hands down. He's batting like 383. His on-base percentage is through the roof. Jose Ramirez is just Jose. And like Jay said last week, if it wasn't for the New York bias and the small market that Jose plays in, Jose would be like a huge all-star in the MLB. Like just huge. He'd be mad because he's consistent. You go out there, you're going to get 30 home runs out of him. You're going to get a whole bunch of RBIs. He plays great third base. He's just one of a kind. And for him to be in Cleveland and actually take a pay cut and stay in Cleveland because he didn't want to go anywhere else was just nuts. And I am so happy he's here. He's truly an amazing ambassador in Cleveland. We have some starting pitching issues, though. We have Tanner Bybee got a little licked up last night, but I blame that on the head coach, Stephen Vogt. Manager. They call it different there. So, but Stephen Vogt kind of went back to him after he got 2 on. He was already about 90 pitches. We're not going to see any more probably ever, Justin, of these games where starting pitchers are going to go the full 9 innings. Unless something magical is happening. We're going to get anywhere between 5 and 6, maybe 7 innings out of the starting pitcher now. Because they don't want him to see the third time through the lineup. And I get that. I mean, you go through the time of the history of the Cleveland Indians and Guardians. I mean, we had Corey Kluber, who would always do complete games. CeCe would do complete games. Cliff Lee would do complete games. Bieber, for a handful of times, did a whole bunch of complete games. And I just think the way the MLB is now, I think we're never going to see that anymore. And and
Well,
I'm
it's just
okay
the
with
way
it.
sports in general is going.
Well, yeah, but you also got to factor in those guys are throwing full tilt, 100-mile-an-hour
Yeah.
for 80 pitches, just more than 80 pitches because they got warm-up pitches when they come out. So, you're factoring, you're throwing, let's just say 130 times at 100 miles an hour as hard as you can throw. Like we're
Yeah.
not built like, we used to be built. And plus also the way everything has advanced with the way people are hitting the ball now, the exit velocity with the people, the way they're training and seeing pitches and all this stuff. It's a different breed of MLB now, but I like it because this pitch clock and everything else, all these games are going to be under 3 hours now.
Wow.
Also, the attendance is through the roof right now for the Guardians. They have 42,000 people on a Wednesday night in Cincinnati to watch the Guardians and the Reds. Like,
That's
just think about
insane.
it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yes.
So at that point in time, like, you're getting great attendance out of this. You're getting some great teams playing together. I'm loving baseball right now, dude. It's brought me back to baseball. I love watching it now throughout the night. Like, I was tweeting on Tuesday night when the Guardians ended up winning that game. Like, what an amazing game that was. It was back and forth. There was pitching. There was defense. There was Tyler Freeman, and I can't say enough about Tyler Freeman, who is not playing his natural position. He is playing center field for the first time ever in his life, made 2 wall grabs in the first inning
Holy
on
cow.
Tuesday night. And there was, like, seriously, one robbed a home run. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this guy's never played center field, and look at him. He's going to get a gold glove out of it. Like, it's just crazy to see how this team is doing, and this team is going to be special. I can't wait to see them move on. Justin, it's so great to see actual good Cleveland baseball.
Now, I will say, thinking into the future, hopefully it's not a jinx, but if they make it to the series, they need to have Charlie Sheen come out there and do the wild thing and throw out first pitch.
They tried it the one time, but I don't know how well Charlie Sheen is doing right now.
I think the last time Charlie wanted to do it.
Oh, I know he wanted to do it. He did. He wanted to do it for the Cubs.
Yeah.
But at the point in time, that was also when they were in the talks of like Major League 4 and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I hadn't heard too much out of Charlie Sheen here lately.
no, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know how he's doing right now. He's up there now. Like, hey, we're not young anymore, Justin. People like Jerry West right now. Jerry West passed away. R.I.P. One of the basketball greats. And we didn't bring it up at the beginning of the show, but one of the basketball greats. The logo from the NBA is for 60 years in the NBA this man had. And he passed away at 85, like a true icon of the NBA. All right, what are you looking up? Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Is he dead?
No, he's alive. So
Are we sure?
from what I'm reading on Google here, for the past 6 years, he has been dedicated to maintaining his sobriety, parenting his 14-year-old twins, and living a life away from the spotlight.
Hold on. How old is Charlie Sheen?
Oh,
He's got to be in his 60s, right?
born in 65.
Oh, wow. He's well into his 60s, right?
58.
58. And he has 14-year-old twins?
Yep.
Woo! Oh, boy. Well, I can't say anything. I'm kind of right there with my 11-year-old, so it doesn't matter. All right. So, Justin, let's get into Fat Boy Thursday. All right. We do have some controversy to talk about, and you are going to love every minute of what's coming up next. So let me play our sounder and have some fun.
And now it's time for Fat Boy Thursday.
So the big news that is coming out in the world right now, and it is definitely food-based. Joey Chestnut, the 16-time hot dog eating champion,
16-time world champion, gold belt winning Joey Chestnut
has been banned from Major League Eating and the Nathan's hot dog contest
They
on
even
July
talked
4th.
about that on CNN this morning.
Dude, it is crazy. And it's all because of a sponsorship that he has signed with an Impossible hot dog,
Yep.
which I'm sorry, bud, I love you. It's not a hot dog. You can't call it a hot dog.
I don't trust that. That's the Impossible or the whatever stuff, so I don't try it. But yeah, I mean it's what it is.
So right now, the 16-time champ, who has won it the past, I think, 14 years, all right, is not going to be there. So we're going to have a new champ this year. But Justin, how crazy is this? That because of a sponsorship, the most competitive eater in the world, number one ranked, is not going to be at the hot dog eating contest on July 4th.
It's crazy. I mean, he's the face of the contest.
Well, besides Nick Weary, who is a friend of the show. And
which Nick better step up this year now. They don't have to worry about Joey and take it down. I've
already talked to him about it. He is primed and ready to go. Tried to get him on tonight, but he is throwing the first pitch out at a baseball game tonight.
Oh, so, nice.
Dude, hey, hopefully it's a strike. You get honored to throw a first pitch. Do not make a mockery out of that, because some people have. And what was it, 50 Cent throwing it all the way over to like right field, and like, yeah. So there's been some few there. But
what game is he throwing the pitch out for?
I don't know for sure. I'll have to text him and find out. But he was here in Cleveland. He had a blast here in Cleveland. Met some of the people here in Cleveland from the Dude Network. He was at the Parma Rib Cook-Off for the qualifier. We did get some qualifiers out of here. He did not qualify from this one. We had another competitive eater eat like 60 hot dogs.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so there's another guy here. But Nick is still training. Plus, also, he had a donut hole eating contest the very next day after the hot dog eating contest out in, I think, New York. So, but this is crazy right now, because for the longest time, we watched, everybody on 4th of July at noon, 1 o'clock, whatever it is. You watch Badlands sit there and chug lemonade.
Yep.
And then you watch the hot dog eating contest. And with that, you're always expecting Joey Chestnut to win, but you're always trying to see who's going to come the closest to him and like catch him. Like anybody can beat him. Well, guess what? Now it's up in the air, and anybody can win the belt. Now, the thing is, Justin, if anybody does win the belt, is that belt tainted this year?
There needs to be an asterisk.
Just like Babe Ruth and all them, just an asterisk.
Right. Yeah. Which I did see a post there this morning, actually, in September. Netflix is doing a live Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi.
Wow. I thought Kobayashi retired.
They're doing it.
Wow, so that's crazy, because didn't he retire for health reasons?
I don't know. I didn't hear any of that.
I thought it was for health reasons, and he kind of stepped away from the eating game, because that's why he was just – because, I mean, he was the true, like, GOAT, like, right out of the gate. Like, I'm not saying that Joey Chestnut is not there. He's on the Mount Rushmore. But it was Kobayashi first, and then everybody else after Kobayashi. Yeah. And then, now you got everybody – like, you got contests everywhere with, burn-ins, donut holes. You got strawberries. You got pecans. You got
chicken wings.
You just got contests everywhere.
I think Joey just did an ice cream eating contest too.
So did you watch the Lyman Lounge show with Mike and Evo, and they were talking about eating the ice cream and being able to do an ice cream eating contest?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. So Mike says that he does not get brain freeze whatsoever. So he can eat like a 5-gallon tub of ice cream. And I'm just sitting there going like, man, I would be hurting after that, Justin. Like you and I both know, you're like, I know you love ice cream.
Yeah.
But man, doing an ice cream eating contest would be, oof.
I don't know. I was talking to somebody at work there the other day about that. You don't get the brain freeze as much with ice cream as you do milkshakes.
Is it because of the effort you're putting into it? Because you're just biting it instead of
I think so. Instead of sucking it through a straw.
Yeah. Like I still get them when I eat ice cream, but also when I eat ice cream, like when I'm getting a Frosty, buddy, like I'm not breathing in between bites. Like
Frosty's not ice cream.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Frosties are delicious. They did come out with a new flavor. Have you tried it yet?
I have not.
I'm gonna have to try it. I did try the orange creamsicle though. That was fantastic, dude. That took me back to childhood days.
Really?
Oh my god, it was so good.
See, the
So
last
good.
Frosty I had was pumpkin spice.
Okay. So they have the orange creamsicle now, and they came out with a berry frosty, a super berry frosty.
I heard about that one.
So I'm kind of curious of what that's going to taste like, because
I've heard it's good.
if it's like a raspberry sherbet, I am 100% in.
I'm kind of thinking a mixed berry.
Okay, I got you. Now, do you remember the times at the Dairy Hut when they would do the swirl where you could get the sherbet and oh yeah, you do. I just seen you lean back right there. You're starting to get excited because we used to have a place that we used to go to as kids, and they would do like the swirl, so you could get like an orange. You could get a creamsicle, it'd be an orange sherbet and a vanilla ice cream. You get chocolate vanilla, which was huge. Remember the Blue Moon sherbet mixed in with? Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
there
heck,
you go.
I worked there for like 2 years in high school.
How much ice cream did you eat when you worked there? Be honest. Be honest, Justin.
A lot.
Okay. Now,
Well,
was
I
it
mean,
just
think
ice
about
cream
that.
though? Did you like do the underneath and kick the lever down and?
No, the thing was though, on like weekends or whatever, Sundays, I think it was, I was the one who cleaned out the ice cream machines.
Oh boy.
So whatever was in there got dumped out, and they didn't care
Dumped out.
who it got dumped out in the sink. So they didn't care what happened to it as long as it was no longer in the machine, so we could clean it.
I love it. You just
So,
killed some ice cream, didn't you?
I mean, it got to the point where a couple of us would have that ice cream back in the sink and stick our faces in it.
Jesus. All right. All right. So we got to put a disclaimer on here. Please, do not stick your face in ice cream. You might get some freeze burns. This show is dedicated to the health and safety standards of food. Even though we are fat and we like to eat everything.
We would get creative there too with some of that stuff, like the
I can imagine.
like the jalapeno poppers.
Uh-huh.
I would take those and make a sandwich. So take one of those fish sandwich hoagie buns,
Ooh.
lettuce, mayonnaise, and whatever else, and then 4 jalapeno poppers.
That sounds delicious, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds really delicious.
Yeah.
I can't wait to clip this show after we're done. Oh, this is going to be so fantastic. God, now I'm getting excited about jalapeno. I got to go get jalapeno poppers. My wife's going to hate me tonight. I'm like, honey, go get me a berry frosty and some jalapeno poppers from Arby's. Feed me. I'm hungry.
I still haven't found those mozzarella sticks, though.
Which ones?
From the dairy.
Oh, I know. So I believe I know what brand they are.
No, as far as from what I remember, they were just in a bag. I mean, there was a box, but they were all in a plastic bag.
I know what you're saying, but there is a brand. I think I know the company. I'll tell you off air.
Oh,
yeah. So I'll tell you off air. I think I know who they are. So let's get into our top 3 and we'll close out the show. Now, Justin, I did give a trivia for City Dogs Cleveland. Did you happen to catch it? And do you know the trivia?
So it was a current player?
It's a current player.
Not a clue.
Okay, we'll find out here in a little bit. But let's get into some top 3 and let's have some fun with Justin for a top 3. All right, Justin, since we're on here, all right, and I got you, I really didn't come up with a great top 3, but I'm going to come up with one right now. Michael Jordan is off the list. LeBron James is off the list. All right. And Jerry West just passed away. If you had to pick 3 NBA players to start a team without those people, who are you picking? And it could be all time, buddy. All time.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. All right.
I'm torn between Kareem, Shaq, and Wilt. So we'll come back to center.
Okay.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. J.
Oh, that's a good one, buddy. So Kobe, Dr. J, and who's your big man? Even if you want a big man, you don't have to have one.
Yeah. I want a big man, though. I mean, somebody who to grab the boards while, Kobe shoots it and all, and Dr. J just does Dr. J things.
Exactly. I get you.
um, let's go with Wilt.
Nice.
Wilt the Stilt.
All right. You're going to love mine. So, first off, I got to go with AI.
Okay.
Allen Iverson at point. Number 2 is Kobe Bryant. And my big man, you're going to love this, Dirk Nowitzki.
Really?
I got 3 ball hogging guys right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But Dirk, no matter what, that little baby fadeaway that he did all the time, money. You got AI that could drive down
Yeah.
low and just do whatever he wants handle wise. And then you just got Kobe's Kobe. I should have taken Kobe out of the conversation too. But honorable mention though, you got to throw in Wilt there. Wilt was one of a kind. Also, so was Kareem. But man, Shaq Diesel was
Yeah.
a different game changer. Can I dare say Dwight Howard too, back in his like prime?
I wouldn't put him up there.
No?
No.
All right. Are you sure? You want to rethink
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. You're starting to question yourself.
My honorable mentions would have been Magic and Larry.
Oh, well, Larry Bird, of course. Larry
Yeah.
Bird. Well, people don't know how competitive Larry Bird was. And, between him and Magic and the shit that they talked, especially, have you watched Winning Time yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It is hilarious with what Larry Bird talks shit about.
I mean, you got a guy who would walk into the locker room at an all-star 3-point shooting contest, like, all right, which one of you all's taking second?
Oh, I know. Like, just gotta love it. Larry Legend. That's why they call him
And
that. Larry Legend.
he didn't take his warm-ups off and still won.
Well, and also, I think the first time he played basketball, he still wears cowboy boots. And they're like, "You want to take those off?" He goes, "No." Why? Like,
The
different breed.
good
Different
old
breed.
Hick from French Lick.
Hey, good, different breed. And you know
Yes.
something can light it up from anywhere. But
Yeah.
I love your top 3. Hey, honorable mention for me also, and it's only because I love him because of his nickname, Jason Williams, white chocolate baby.
Yeah.
One of the best ball handlers that the NBA has ever seen. And man, him playing with Weber there in Sacramento, I loved every minute of that team. That was one of my favorite teams growing up after, the Cavs were sucking and everything else. Sacramento, watching Jason Williams and Chris Webber, I loved every minute of it.
I would put Bill Laimbeer in my honorable mention too.
Well, of course, because he's going to punch somebody in the face.
Exactly.
That's a whole different brand of basketball. Like,
I mean,
hey,
you got a guy who's going to punch a cameraman in the face. All right.
I'll tell you one thing: Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown aren't loading their shoulder, putting their chest into him. He'll throw an elbow at their face before they do it. Jeez.
Well, I mean, he had a video game called Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball.
We played a lot of that game. Yes. And I used to get so pissed at you for kicking my ass in that game because no matter what, I got fouled every time I tried to make a shot. You're just sitting there giggling the entire time.
And I didn't even have the best characters.
I know. God, I remember that game. So in your room playing that game, if you guys do not know what that game is, it was on Super Nintendo, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Super Nintendo, Bill Laimbeer Combat Basketball. Go look it up. It is like the most messed up game ever, and I love it.
The crowd would throw landmines, buzzsaws, homing missiles, everything on the court.
And if you hit that landmine, you lose the ball, and then your guy disappears for like a half an hour. Oh my God, I love it. All right, Justin, let's finish off the show. We'll do our trivia. Did you see the puppies that I posted on here, buddy? Look at these beautiful puppies eating ice cream and everything else. My Lord. Right there they are from City Dogs Cleveland. Talk about some great pictures. Look, that's my favorite picture right there.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Oh, yeah. So please go check them out. Like I said, 22nd, they got their 5K. This weekend, they're going to be at Mason's Creamery. doing a social ice cream social. You can adopt dogs there. And if you cannot adopt, please donate, volunteer, whatever you can do.
And
All right.
before you
So,
move on, I got one more thing for Fat Boy Thursday.
oh, it's going to be a good one.
It's more of a gripe
Okay.
with Cons potato chips.
What happened to Cons?
I mean, I'm wearing
You're wearing the Con shirt. Okay.
If I can figure out where it is.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah.
Over there.
So I just ordered, the shirt and then the 85th anniversary collector's tin.
Okay, what's in the collector's tin? Oh, shit.
And you get 2 bags of chips with it.
Okay, what'd you get in there? Did you get picture chips?
I got a bag of, yes, you got to pick them. So I got a bag of wavy and green onion. And then they threw in a bag of the sweet lunch bag of sweet Hawaiian and Southwest queso.
Okay, I haven't had a Southwest queso. So normally you get salt and vinegar, don't you?
I normally do, but I was craving a little bit of
Different flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, describe the Southwest queso.
It had a little bit of a zing to it.
Okay.
But it was good.
Like almost like a cheddar and sour cream kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Ooh.
And then the sweet Hawaiian onion tasted more like of sour cream and onion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that one. Well, it looks like I got something to look forward to when I go back to my dad's, and I'm going to try some new potato chips. Oh, you just piqued my interest. I love it.
But you know how you go to Bueller's and get a bag and, it's the original. It's not the wavy kind. Well, I open up my tin, look at my sour or my green onion. They're wavy.
Okay. What's wrong with green onion wavy?
They still taste good, but they're better when they're original.
Is it a texture thing for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Because that's too distracting from the joy of the green onion flavor.
See, now the reason why I like the wavy a little bit better, it's more of a sturdier chip.
It is, like if you're dipping it in something.
Yeah.
But if you're just getting the chip for the chip.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry that happened to you.
All right. It's still Con's chips. I ate half a bag there last night when I got home.
God, they're so good. And if nobody knows who Cons is,
I know.
Go look it up. Get some Cons chips. Like my favorite also, Justin, is salt and vinegar. Also, they got the barbecue, which is fantastic. So go check out Cons chips.
Have you had the cinnamon sugar yet?
I have. I am not a fan of it.
What?
Okay, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I'm just not. That's not my go-to. Okay, the reason why is when I'm wanting a chip, I don't want a sweet.
Okay, I'll get that. But have you tried it with vanilla ice cream?
Have not tried it with vanilla ice cream. So you're making it like a taco salad with vanilla ice cream?
So take the chips or just like the little lunch bag, crunch them up and throw them in with the vanilla ice cream. Oh, because the first bag I got suggested that on the bag with ice cream.
Shut up.
God. Oh, yeah.
Is it really that good?
It's like cinnamon toast crunch with a little bit of salt.
Okay, looks like I'm going to Fragapans tonight here in North Homestead and seeing if I can find those chips.
And then imagine that as a fried ice cream with those chips instead of the cornflakes.
Oh, Justin, you're making my blood pressure start to spike, and I'm loving every minute of it.
I'm just saying.
I can feel the heart flutters kicking in right now.
Yes.
All right. Damn you. Damn you coming up with this stuff.
Yes.
Especially mid-show, because I just want to leave now and go get it. This is why we talk after the show to figure this stuff out so I can go get it afterwards. All right. So the trivia I have for you tonight is there is one player, okay, that has, and I got to pull it up again on my phone. One player, first player in MLB since at least 1906 to appear in 6 different positions within their first 6 games as a MLB player. And that name is Daniel, oh my God, Schneemann. I hope I'm saying that right. Schneemann. Schneemann. He played second base, shortstop, third base, left field, center field, and right field in his first 6 games
Wow.
as a Cleveland Guardian. How crazy is that?
That's versatile.
All right. So, Justin, buddy, thank you for hopping in, co-hosting with me tonight. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Glad to.
Catch him on YouTube at Running Bald Man. He has a whole bunch of content out there. He reads books. He listens to music. He does a whole bunch of stuff there. Please go check him out. Anywhere else they can check you out, Justin?
No, that's about it.
All right. So go check him out there on YouTube, Running Bald Man. Some great stuff. What was it? The other one is Jimmy Lost His Balls and Mary Helped Him Find It is one of the books that you read. Like, you find some
Something
fun
like
books to
that,
read.
Yeah.
So please go check him out. We're here at the end of the show. Everybody, fathers, happy Father's Day. Bri, buddy, I love you. Enjoy your first Father's Day. Love every minute of it. Enjoy it and drink that Johnny Walker, buddy. He got the blue label.
Nice.
And he's never had scotch. So it's going to be his first time with scotch.
I've heard good things about Blue Label. I'm not the biggest Johnny Walker fan just because it's blended. I usually go with a good single malt.
Well, I understand. But for his first scotch, that's pretty good scotch to start out with.
Yeah, it is.
So enjoy that scotch, buddy. Everybody enjoy the U.S. Open. As Brian always says here at the end of the show, God bless you. God bless America. And as I always say, we are definitely uncorked, unloaded, and we're out. Thank you to our first responders and our troops for everything you guys do. And we'll see you next Thursday. Have a great night.